All right, guys. So today I have some brand new skates that I've picked up. I've always wanted these skates and I've looked into them, but I wasn't quite sure about them because I heard some mixed reviews and I'm not quite sure what the utility would actually be. So the skates I'm talking about are the Dupes. So today we're gonna unbox, I guess, and first impressions on the Dupes. So for those of you who don't know, the Dupes are a skate that are designed to be commuter skates. So what makes them a commuter skate is the fact that there is no actual liner. It's just like a shell that goes around your actual shoe. So you never take your shoes off. They go right over your shoes. Put skates right over your shoes. You skate to where you have to, and then you take them off. It's supposed to be easier in theory to get in and out of because you never really have to take your shoe off. It's questionable for me because I always keep my skates on, and if I put my skates on, it's because I plan to be in them all day and not get out. But I can see how they're useful if you're just using them for purely commuting. You know, it's not really the main event. Rather, you're just going to the gym or maybe pick up some groceries, and then you have to be able to just go to the grocery store, to the gym, take your skates off real quick, jump in, do what you have to, without having the whole event of taking your shoes off, your skates off, followed by putting your shoes on. So I guess it makes it less eventful. For me personally, I've been considering, now that I'm in New York again, maybe while I'm in between jobs or just searching what to do, picking up some career work like I used to before. And I remember one of the main issues of doing career work was that not every place let me come into the building with my skates on. And though it didn't really happen much, when it did happen, it would be pretty annoying because, especially the way I have my skates laced, it just, it killed time. So something like this would be ideal because if I'm making a delivery and for the reason I have to fully enter the building and they don't let me wear skates, I can just take them in on and off real fast. So I guess it'd be good for that. I've heard some complaints about them, to be honest. So I know I haven't even showed you the skate. I'm talking a lot, but I did a lot of research in advance and I've spoken to people about it. So the problem with a skate like this is that it'll be affected by the shoe that you wear. So I'll give you an example. There's an aggressive skate called the Shadow skate, and it's essentially the same concept. It was a standalone company called Shadow, was absorbed by USD, and they took a lot of the tech from there. So they're called Shadow skates, and same concept. They were aggressive skates. They went right over a shoe, but it's different because Shadow skates sold you foot liners, which essentially were shoes. They're specifically designed to work with the Shadow skates. Now, Dupe doesn't sell anything like this. They just expect you to just use whatever shoe you have inside the skate. But the truth is that depending on the shoe that you're wearing, it'll really affect the performance of the skate. So I'll give you an example. If you're wearing running shoes, a lot of people like to wear sneakers now, which have really thick and gummy bottoms or soles. So something like that is not ideal because you won't have a direct power transfer to the skate and it'll feel squishy. So when you turn or you push, the squishy soles on the running shoes are designed to absorb impact, and you can't really have that much absorption in a skate because then you lose the power of transfer. The power transfer gets destroyed by the gumminess of the shoe. You'll turn and you'll edge, and rather than the skate edge, you'll have the thick sole of the shoe just get deformed a little before you edge. So what shoe you wear with it is really important and will affect it. So that's something that I looked into before getting the skate. Fortunately for me, I'm not a fan of shoes with really gummy big soles. I actually like minimalist shoes, and I'll wear things like Converse or Vans. So I have a pair of Vans here, and they really this sole is not thick. This is actually a rubber, and you just, there's not much to the ground. You really feel the ground when you walk. So this is actually the ideal shoe for this because it's a skateboard shoe. So it can't really be squishy because you need to have grip to the skateboard and good power transfer. So something like Vans or Converse are actually perfect for a skate like this. So yeah, I've done lots of talking and I haven't even shown the skate yet. So I've actually never, I'm unboxing this for the first time. So it's gonna be a lot of awkwardness of me seeing what's inside the box. So we have our basic Powerslide box. A lot of the regular skates that aren't flagship skates or something have this generic Powerslide box, and it's basic information on it. All of them are the same, and the only difference is that they add this little sticker here which specifies which skate it is, and here you can see that it's the Dupe. And these are like one size almost fits all, so these fit US men's from 5 to 10, and I wear 9.5, so this is exactly, you know, I'm on the the higher range of the skate, but this can fit size 5 to 10 in men's. So let's get inside the box. I know this isn't the most ideal angle for looking into the box, but bear with me. So we have this like cloth bagging, which I see a lot of Powerslide and USD products have. And I like this bag because it's not plastic, and it's soft, it's nice, and you could probably reuse it for something else like carrying the skate. So that has more life than just shipping. So less waste, I guess, power to them. So we have our first skate here. We're not going to look at it yet because we're going to the box, but this is our first skate. These are the Dupe. I think they're called the Sunrise or something because of the wheels. What's the exact name on them? Let's see. These are the Dupe, the Yellow Sunrise 100. So this is 3x100. So let's keep going through the box. Some cardboard. Still no plastic. Kudos. Then we have our second skate, second Dupe. And then we go back to the box. Let's see what's left. Now inside the box we have instructions, which for something like this is actually important because it's not your usual skate. And out of the box you have to do some like modifications to them actually. So it's actually good that it comes with this. I hope I've been staring at the right part of the camera because there's like a screen in the camera. I may have been staring at the screen the whole time, which is that. Hopefully I haven't. But yeah, so back to what we're doing. We have some like basic generic skate stuff, a whole little pamphlet about Trinity, and it's what it does, and then some tools in a little bag. All right, let's see what's in this bag. 20 years later. All right, let's get in this bag. And we have a regular hex Allen wrench. Your standard size, which I forget the exact number, but just call it standard, you know what I'm talking about. Which is odd. I'm surprised it doesn't have the Torx key, like the star. A lot of Powerslide skates have that star now. So I'm surprised it didn't come with that. And then we have another size, which is smaller than your average. I don't know exactly what it is. But if it needs this, it's kind of inconvenient to carry two size hex keys. You know, it's nice to have one and then it just solves all the issues. But in this case, I don't think that's it. Yep. It's only one that's a different size. I wonder what it's for. So we'll see now. So yeah. So I guess we can look at the skate now. So this is a Yellow Sunrise Dupe. And it's a Trinity frame. So it's the proprietary frame from Powerslide, which has 3 mounting points. And the idea is because of the 3 mounting points, you can have the front wheels or this wheel closer to the boot, because normally you would have an issue where there'd be a clearance problem with the mounting bolt, whatever. You guys can look into it. But yeah, it's the Trinity mounting system, 3x100. Let's check out these wheels. What are they? 83A. Wow, that's pretty soft. So this is definitely like a rec skate. I never use wheels this soft. I use like 85 and up, I think. So 83A, we'll see how that goes. I'll probably burn through these fast. And I don't know what the bearings are. We'll take something out and we'll take a look at them. But yeah, so they're glow in the dark wheels, and because it's part of the whole, it's commuting, you know, they have to, you'll see you, and there's actually a little light here. You like click it in. It's a click in. Where's the light? There's a button here. I know it is. Okay, so if you click this button in, see it's strobing. So if you're commuting for visibility, you would turn this on at night, so people can see you. That's kind of nice. And it clips on right here, comes off, and it's USB rechargeable. There's like, I think it's micro USB right here. Just plug it in, you charge it when you're not using it. I'll put this to the side. So this is the skate. It holds you in from 3 different points, kind of like most skates do. Right here in the toe area, top of the cuff, and like a 45. But it's weird because the 45 is this massive piece, as you can see. Because if it was like a regular 45, it would just stab into your foot. So they had to kind of give it some sort of like structure so it won't hurt your foot fully. There's a full cuff on this from bottom to the top, and padding, because you're definitely gonna need it. I don't think anyone's wearing like any high top shoes or something like that. So especially this high, no one's wearing commando boots. As far as I guess the aesthetics, it's that sunrise yellow accents here and there, and it's just black. As far as getting in and out of the skate, oh wait, the other skate is different. All right, so before we move on forward, the other skate comes with a brake. I'm not going to use this brake. From the looks of it, there was no other hardware for taking this brake off. I really hope I don't have that extra long axle that wiggles left and right. I never use brakes. This is definitely coming off. But that's the only difference between the left and right skate. So back to the left. Okay. So yeah. So there's 3 buckles on this. And the only thing that kind of bothers me, oh, I wish that like this buckles over, like the strap goes in this way for the toe. I don't know if you can see it. Let me move back. The strap goes this way for the toe, and then it goes this way. You buckle it in this way for the 45, and then you buckle in it that way. So I kind of wish they all buckled in, like the strap went in one direction. I'll show you now. So like, let's say you take this toe thing off. So as you can see, the actual like ratchet strap thingy that goes in is on this side. But for the next one, it's on the opposite side. So you see, the one for the 45 is on this side, and the one for the toe is on that side. And that's kind of annoying because when you put your foot in, you don't push everything to one side and slide your foot in. You kind of have to use 2 hands now because you have to push one that way and then push one in the opposite direction. I don't know if you guys can see that, but so I'll show you it again. So this strap here opens up this way to get your foot in, but this strap here, one second, I'm gonna take off the top because they're kind of tied together. So this strap here opens this way. So I think that's kind of annoying. One goes this way and the other one goes that way. I feel like they both should have went the same direction to get your foot in. I can't explain it. I don't know what it's like in practice because I haven't really put them on yet. I can do it right now, like just over my foot, but I can see that being annoying. I don't know. And also something like this, I felt like they should use Velcro. I think the whole point of this is that you should get in and out fast, right? Like that's what they're for. That's why, you know, to commute, get in and out of the skate as fast as possible, continue on to whatever you're doing. So maybe there should have been some Velcro somewhere here, you know, maybe in the toe strap at least. Oh, and I don't know if you guys never seen, there's like a strap for Rossi's. Rossi's has them on the top, and it's kind of like you get it at the right length, and then there's like this, it's kind of like this little part, but it's like massive. And that's like what that last part that kind of like straps it down with pressure. So like it's a strap that you set it once and then you can always just undo it like this. But when you do this little flick motion here, it just really loosens. So you never have to adjust it again. It's like a one and done kind of thing. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know, it's just a better system. That'd be great for something like this. So yeah, we have this, once again, we're going over all the parts. The stick part here, to the toe part, I guess, toe strap to hold your foot down. The 45 here, which is actually connected to the tongue of the skate. So the 45 strap is padding, plus the tongue is it's all one piece. And then your basic cuff on the top with your basic strap that goes across it. Nothing special. All right, so like I said, out the box, I have to do work to this skate because it's size adjustable and it doesn't fit me right now. So currently, I don't know if I'm able to pull it off. If you look in here, there's like a little piece of metal. It's right there in the middle. And there's actually sizes written. And based on that, it's what size you're wearing. So from what I understand, that bolt is actually the frame bolt. So this is where like I heard there was mechanical issues with this. So this frame bolt goes through and gets stuck to this thing here, which I showed you earlier, which you adjust for the sizing, which is kind of weird because is it an extra long bolt? You get me? So it's like they try to solve one thing with, two things with one screw. And I hear that's one of the main issues, that like because of that, there's like this screw can get loose, and people had problems with this screw coming loose and then the frame coming loose. So I'll show you right now. I gotta do it anyways. I'm gonna take the cuff off so you guys can have a better view of what's happening real quick. Cool. Cuff is off. Take the cuff bolt off. Your standard receiver on the other end. That's one side. So yeah, now we have the cuff alone. As you can see, some decent padding because it needs it. Your shoes don't have padding. So all the padding, your shoes don't have padding, so all the padding is gonna come from here. The cuff and the padding is stuck together. Now you can see it better here. See, this is what I was talking about. So here it actually says the sizing, and you have to adjust this whole part here. This part here, this whole assembly slides forward and back based on the size that you want. And like I said, the weird part is it seems that the bolt that holds the frame onto the boot also holds this piece also. That is the adjustment to the size. And I heard that's where the issue is actually in most of these skates. Like people have problems with this. Because from the looks of it, it doesn't really go too deep into this. I wonder if they use like a special screw for this, or is it the standard one that's the same length? I can see it getting loose and just falling out, but let's see before, I'm talking a lot. Let's just get this over with. It's out, we got the axle, standard axle. Now that we have a wheel out, we can see these come with the Wicked ABEC 7 bearings. Nothing too crazy, pretty standard. Yeah, so I was right. This bolt here, it goes through and attaches to this part here, as you can see, and this is what you slide forward and back to adjust the sizing. That's kind of odd because, like, I guess based on your size, your foot's more in the back or more in the front, so the placement of the wheels under your feet is different to every size. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So if this has to get bigger, this will actually slide back, so your foot will be more back in the skate and on top more of the rear wheel, versus if you had a small foot and it slides forward, then your weight's between the two wheels in the middle. I don't know if you guys are getting me on that, but I guess it feels different to whatever size you're wearing. There might be like a sweet spot, like you would rather actually have it at this size, because then there's like a logic to where your wheels are, behind your foot or in front of you. If it's not in the right place behind your foot or in front of your foot, it kind of affects your balance. I don't know if you ever had that issue. But yeah, let's adjust the size. Currently it's set to size 39-41, but I'm like a 41, 42.5, so it's the last little nudge in there that I have to adjust. It's currently on 41-39, and I have to get up to 41-42 for it to fit me. So I have to adjust it one. It's on the second to last longest that it can be. So this is supposed to be the tricky part. I wish I can get this on camera, but it's kind of hard to do both because I don't really have a desk, so I'm working down here. Okay, so it's most definitely not your standard length. It looks pretty long. I'm gonna be honest. It came out pretty fast. I'm kind of worried about that because what I hear is people have a problem with this falling out of the skate, and then it's kind of annoying to replace because it's not standard. Yeah, it's definitely not. It looks pretty long. So now that I took that out, this piece here should, in theory, be able to slide forward and back. So you can see I just slid it. This is how you adjust the size. You would find the corresponding hole. See, you slid out. That's absurdly far back. No one would ever be back there, but that's how you adjust the size. And it's anywhere from size, this boot is anywhere from size 5 to 10 US. So you just have to get it lined up to the right hole. So that's kind of weird. There's like space here for, you know, for it to slide forward and back. So I guess you can get in between sizes technically. So let's see that. So I got it in, and if you guys can see now, it's on the last hole here, which is size 41 to 42.5, which is where I'm at. And there's still like a good, like, I guess that's why they gave it that really wide, I think it was abnormally wide channel for the bolt to go into the frame, because you can still kind of play with the exact size. So you can, like, even though the bolt's in, you can still go up and down, make some adjustments, see? Or push it in closer if you want. I'm gonna stick my foot in there and see what looks or what feels right real quick. All right, I'm just gonna keep it all the way back for the sake of it just being even, because if I got like some middle ground like between the thing, it'll probably be uneven on both of them. So I'm just gonna pull it back, and maybe I'll have to make some adjustments in the future. This is the kind of thing where you want to put Loctite on this, because this one bolt does a lot. It like not only holds your frame on, also like make sure the size is correct. All right, that feels secure, hopefully. Let's get this wheel back on. Once again, I find it odd that this doesn't have that star key, because a lot of like Powerslide products now have like that star hex instead of, I don't know what it's called, the Torx or something. I think it's a Torx instead of the standard hex key. This one doesn't. So yeah, we got this one set up, and I guess that's the gist of it. I'm not gonna set up the other one on camera because I'm kind of wasting time here. It's already been pretty long. I'm just gonna take this brake off to see whether or not, you know, it has another axle, or if the axle will flop around. So interesting. Let's take this brake off so I can show you. Oh, there's two. Goddamn. This thing's held on by 2 bolts, so I gotta keep going. So I took the brake off because I'm never gonna use this, to be honest. All right. I discovered something interesting though. There's actually a thread inside of this axle. So the rear axle is like your regular axle. It's not any longer. The only difference is in the middle of the axle, there's thread. I don't think you guys can see it. It's impossible to show you, but on both sides holding the brake on were this. It looks like your standard, it looks like it was actually like the axle itself, but it's not. It screws into the thread that's inside of the axle. So I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm screwing it on, and there it goes. And this goes all the way into the axle, and this is what holds, along with another bolt, small bolt, that holds this brake onto this gate. Now, I don't know why this is a good idea. We have like this compromised axle now, right? Because I don't think they're normally hollow. It's like a hollow axle now for the sake of installing a brake you might take off. I think it'd be better just to have your standard axles and then include a longer one and a shorter one for when you install the brake. I don't know, what do you guys think? I don't think it's a good idea. But yeah, I'm never gonna be using this brake, so I took it off. And there's nothing special. I'm not gonna cite as just this one for you guys because I already did it. I already showed you the skate. There's nothing much more to it. Now it's just a matter of me trying the skate on and seeing what it feels like. I'm yet to try these. I actually have a really bad blister from doing some speed skating. That might be a video, I don't know. But so I haven't tried these yet. I actually had them a few days. So this was the unboxing. and I'll do a first impression videos when I actually skate them. So thanks for joining me for this. And if you have any questions about the skates or stuff that I didn't answer or I could possibly help you figure out, just leave them below in the comments. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.